Crew Blind Wave, I'm Eric.
Aaron.
And we're back with The
Run
Flash. Huh?
Oh, Flash. Not Runberry.
Last time on The Flash, what happened?
Cicada is killing everybody now. Because there's a new cicada. Because they stopped cicada, but then cicada killed everybody. Because of cicada.
Yes.
Or cicada.
Yes. Cicada. Exactly. We had the cool, like, acid dude.
Trip.
Yep. Trip?
That'd be a good name. Acid Trip.
Acid Trip? That would have been a good name. Fuck.
Instead they called him, like, Acid Master.
Yeah, what were they thinking?
I don't know.
But
oh, no, here comes Acid Trip!
The doctor is also dead.
Yep.
Orlin is still alive.
Yep, with Cicada.
Yeah.
A.K.A. Grace.
So we had talked about where did this cicada come from, and that was the subject of our poll.
I don't have it.
I'll try to hold this L until you get it open.
Well, you're talking, you're messing it up.
Oh, I'm thirsty.
What? You didn't hold it very long. Where do you think this Grace came from?
Yes.
It probably fell.
Is that your impression?
Of what?
Cicada?
No. It was just me trying to talk because my voice is being weird.
Think this Grace came from?
If I talk lower, I think it kind of doesn't do its weird stuff.
Yeah. So you're just going to have a low voice now?
I don't know. It's hard to do. 1% said another Earth.
1%.
1%.
Okay.
2% said something else.
Grant, we were trying to just put anything that's possible.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we put something else just to cover whatever else
Yes.
could be possible.
Okay.
4% said current Grace aged up.
Okay.
9% said mind guardian manifestation.
Okay.
11% said another timeline. And 70% said the future in our timeline.
70% the future in our timeline. Okay. Yeah, I buy that. We just got to figure out how. A speedster or something else. I don't know. How'd she get from the future, if that's the case?
Well, Matt says a future pod she stole from Reverse Flash after catching him in 2049. It sounds kind of Trunksy. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it's very Cell. But I guess he does have a pod, right?
Oh, yeah, he did have one in Legends, didn't he? Like that little, like, that Malcolm and...
Well, yeah, he had it in the season 1 of Flash. He had a pod.
He had it in season 2 of Legends.
But yeah, he also had it there too, yeah.
Isaac says, from the future, she's the cicada killing people in Nora's present, or our future. I don't know how she knew Nora was changing time, though, or how she got a time machine.
Okay. I mean, Reverse Flash, like, it's imperative that we catch the cicada. If she is the cicada in that timeline, why send back to catch the father? Unless they don't know. I don't know.
David says, my brain can't handle this, guys. If Barry reveals his identity to another
Another person.
villainized video, I don't know, it says video. So I'm not sure what word he wants to use there. To another person, I swear I'll vibe my way to Earth 1 and slap him.
I'm assuming he meant villain, yeah.
Oh, villain is the word I meant to use, not video.
He made him like a fool even and tried to correct himself.
Well, he should.
Look what you've done. That's a supporter of Blindwood.
You can edit these.
For those of you that don't follow us or help us out on Patreon, like, that keeps us able to do this stuff so that you can watch it for free. And Aaron just insulted this man. See, man?
I don't know. His name's David West. You gonna assume?
It's probably man.
You gonna assume?
Yeah.
He's assuming. Gavin says time must be really good in the sack because everybody's fucking it long and hard.
Hey, if it was really good, it wouldn't be long. Right? Right.
Dip says another timeline.
Okay.
What the hell? I don't think it has anything to do with anything, but Michael says, ever since Eric said, freeze his dick off, I've had the worst image of such a thing happening. Imagining your dick being froze off and then going to pick it up just for it to shatter into ice cubes.
Yeah! Then you can't fuck time.
You can put it in a drink. You have ice cubes.
Oh, I thought you meant like my Hawaiian Punch I have right here. Because I just put the crystals in and did this.
There you go.
That's frozen dick.
Let me see if anyone else. Pavid Proxy says, I love Aaron's theory of Grace being some sort of puppeteer. Honestly, he hyped me too much to the point I might be disappointed if it's otherwise.
You ruined it. You got him too torqued.
That's such a good idea. David says, this season is so heavily focused on Nora, Barry's daughter, who has come from the future. I think the big bad is a version of Grace who has come from the future as an additional parallel between Cicada and Barry.
So the big bad is not Cicada from The Flash, but Cicada from Excess.
Yes. All right, that's it.
That's it?
Yep, everyone's just saying it's from the future.
From the future?
So there are a couple people who didn't. So, it's from the future. Right?
I'm confused.
Dawn, did you hear what I said? Another cicada showed up.
I know.
He knows.
There's only one thing left to do. Tell your father.
What?
About this.
You tell your father everything.
The truth.
Okay.
Before Sherlock does.
I want to know the truth.
You feel fucking torqued I am?
What?
We're gonna figure out how you get your powers back.
He's cured. You can.
He doesn't want this for her. I think he's gonna change.
She has blades and that.
Are they fixing that hole?
Nice table. Liking the new digs.
Well, technically they're
Quite
old
hurt
digs,
me.
Ralph.
but I guess there's
Yeah.
an upside to
Iris. Jesus.
Is he a janitor now?
Well, I put out an article, but then
Pretty sure that's a vacuum.
Okay, keep looking.
That was the
Well, remind
helmet
me
he wore in
again,
the
what we're
first
looking
episode.
It's like a huge round glass bubble.
The time
like
traveling
that?
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They found Cell's ship.
Yeah, we found it.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Looking right at it. Why?
Oh, this is just like
we're
Trunks.
looking right at it too.
It is. It is.
Oh,
One
wow.
scratch on two different time spheres.
One scratch on one time.
I don't know how
It's
those
impossible.
time travelers
Unless
Unless it's the same one.
Duh.
are so stupid.
Duh.
This is our time.
Which shows up here.
Freeze!
Move, I shoot.
She moved. She moved.
Yeah.
She moved.
She cut through a wall, dude. You shoot.
She moved. Whoa, too late.
That was dumb.
Yeah, you should have used a shotgun. Splatter shot.
Wait, did it not stab him?
It's like holding him there. Okay, he got him. Okay. It's a meta that can affect. Oh!
That's Grace.
Damn.
We can track the meta who left it.
How?
I can't track an exact
What is
real-time
that?
location, but I can get close.
Future stuff.
Starting with the rat bastard who killed my parents.
I don't think he's for it. He's different. He doesn't like seeing his little girl like this. Not his little girl, but you know what I mean.
Detective Joe West, we're from CCPD. Are you Mr. John Boland?
I am. How can I help you?
What's going on?
That's her.
Sorry to be rude, but no one does. You think I'm proud of this?
I think they have a right to know the truth. They're your family.
Oh.
And who the hell do you think you are telling me what to do? We're not going
Puts his foot on. Takes it off. I'm the Flash.
So I decided on a new career path. Photography was always my
We knew this
passion,
was
and I
happening.
figured why not make it my job?
These are great, Camilla.
I Peter Parkered her. Oops, sidebar.
I don't know if we're lucky to get bitten
Get
by
in the
something
group.
radioactive. Become like a spider person.
So while you thought, did it occur
Stick
to you
to
that no
things.
one asked you to do this?
Sure. I will text you later.
Yes, that sounds great. Thank
Go
you.
drink and celebrate.
Yeah.
You have a hard thought, but I'm also Dr. Harrison Wells. That man would keep his secrets
Close.
close.
Oh, fuck. I love Sherlock.
What have we here?
What's that?
Data chip.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Did Vicky not know she killed two people?
But secrets are like walls, and you can't really know someone with walls between you.
Dad has something to tell you. Oh, cicada's coming. Whoa.
They can control other metas?
Cicada is coming here.
What?
Now. We can move everyone else out of here, but you and your family have to come with me.
Ah, shit! I get snuck up on. You're a speedster.
How did she not say, hey, look at the person right there?
You got a power, right? She's in Gambit. Okay, alright. Did hurt her family. Oh, it hurt her family!
I knew it.
Oh, the fries, no! So you gonna tell him this episode, you think, finally?
I don't know, it didn't seem that way.
Or does Sherlock find out first?
I'm waiting for that.
Need any help with that,
Nope.
Look, my mom dated this guy, Craig, and Craig was a tax accountant and a freelance bull rider. Never let one world know about the other, and just tore him up. More than those bulls ever did. That's not right. And if Craig hadn't been crushed to death by that huge filing cabinet, I know he'd feel the same way.
Because he was an accountant.
Yeah.
That's how he died, was a filing cabinet. Bull rider.
You think it would have been the bull rider?
Raise your head. We gotta get you to Dr. Empress. She'll know how to help.
He doesn't know.
Not helping anyone. Not anymore.
Why not?
I killed her. I know what I have to do.
Grace, stop.
Oh!
Grace, please!
He needs to leave and go to the hospital
Yeah.
and just say, I consent to give her the cure. Do it.
She was gonna kill him.
So the timeline may be malleable, but my knowledge will be intractable. Gideon, freeze video log. Capture the clearboard. Run against handwriting sample number 2. The Journal of Nora West Allen.
He's gonna figure out that it's Reverse Flash he's working with.
That will be all.
He knows. He knows.
He's gonna out her before she outs herself.
And that's why I didn't tell you about my powers. I need to tell you something.
Okay, good.
Baby, what's wrong?
Scare's coming.
His mind. Oh, it's getting so much
Oh no.
She's here, she's here. No. Uh-oh.
They're running away. Okay. Oh,
Running away, running to something. Wait,
she's not fast enough.
what is going on? Where did it stop her powers?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh!
Finally! He outran the power stoppage.
Access, go!
Oh, she's outrunning us!
How is that so fast?
I don't know.
It can't be that fast.
Guys, we need you two at the hospital.
Let's go.
Whoa!
I guess I wasn't missing out on anything after all.
Grace!
Yes!
Don't do this.
No.
Don't die though, right?
Where's Caitlin?
This isn't the way to make the world a better place.
You're right, Uncle Orlin.
God damn it.
It is too late for you. Damn it! Damn it, Eric!
Nora, you coming?
Nora. You want to tell us something, don't you?
Oh, fuck.
Same person who's been directing you all this time, making puppets of all of us as he seeks to alter the timeline to suit his own purpose. The abhorrent fawn.
Oh, fuck, Barry.
Your Reverse Flash. Your teacher.
Please tell us this isn't true.
Look at that poor man.
Because it is true.
I wanted to tell you. I tried to tell you.
What are you doing? Oh. month.
Man, they put her in the pipeline.
Hey, that was a smart thing for Barry to do. Like, it's Reverse Flash. If she's involved at all, we have to lock this down. I'm glad he did that. He should do that more often.
Should do what? Just put him in the pipeline?
Grab him, put him in the pipeline, and then ask questions later. It's not hurting him. But we had to ask for consent.
You can't just put people in prison and then ask if they're guilty.
When it involves a Reverse Flash, I would. It's better than any other alternative. I mean, he should have done that to Cicada when she was laying there. When the family was there. Run, grab her, take her to the pipeline real quick.
I really just wanted to hear what's been going on.
Yeah.
You know, like, all this is just what Sherlock has put together. Like, you know, he's right about stuff, but, like, I feel like there's more there.
No, yeah, we don't know.
I want to know what it is.
We don't know what he has. 12 minutes left. What happens then?
I don't know what that is.
We know that he wanted to. She's telling her how to stop Cicada, but I don't know if there's something else coming through. Is the future Cicada or something else? It could be, but it could be something else. What is Reverse Flash's goal? We don't know. We just know that he's involved, and Barry is immediately
I feel like it's
betrayed.
I feel like the future of something else coming through is the other Cicada.
Yeah.
That's why in this one we had him like, I don't know what to do. Like, things are different.
So like maybe he saw that flux happening when she was actually traveling through time in the ball sphere thing, because he said like it hadn't solidified yet or something, which is a very Legends thing to say.
He said it was trying to come through.
Yeah, it was trying to come through. But I mean, Barry, yeah, I think it was the appropriate response. I mean, once she went back, because they just talked about, like, you know, how scared he was to show her, like, you know, when they went back in time and they saw the things that, they saw what Reverse Flash had done to her, you know, or done to him, and to everybody. She should have said it. She should have said it then. That's the only time, that was the last chance she could have said it without betraying him.
When they went back in time?
Yeah. When she learned that, because she didn't know that Reverse Flash killed his mom.
Yeah.
When he learned that, she should have said something.
Instead, she ran to Reverse Flash and yelled at him about how he didn't tell her about what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know. In this whole episode, too, it felt like there was so much time that she spent when he even told her to tell them. Mm-hmm. And then we had, like, him talking about walls and truth and the family with someone else who had to lie and, you know, just all everything. Everything was about, like, lies. Cisco even had it going on with him and Ralph and the Camilla thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
What is her good reason for doing this with Thawne? Is it like, I have to? We're working together? You don't know? I don't know.
I don't know what it could be of why they're working together.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what it is. Like, I don't know what would have caused it. Except for, like, well, I mean, she can't run. Reverse Flash tells her. I don't know. Maybe she goes there looking for information about the Flash because he was a villain of the Flash.
Yeah.
I mean, she had to know he was a villain of the Flash when she went to see him, right? Like, she couldn't have been like,
yeah, I mean, she grew up in the Flash Museum.
But, I mean,
pretty much.
You go in there and they say that he says about wanting redemption maybe and stuff. You know, I'm going to, I don't know, put to death soon, or he's going to...
I think it's just like, it's one of those things where, like, there's a greater threat or there's something else that we have to work together on. And your dad wouldn't understand. That's why I'm not going to tell him. I think it's something like that. I don't know. I mean, we don't have, you know, she doesn't have the Flash to ask for help, so she goes to Reverse Flash, I guess, the next best thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? I've given Chris Klein a lot of grief this season as Cicada, but when he died and he said, like, save my Gracie, that was good, and it really affected me. That was very emotional. I mean, I realized that Cicada is supposed to have done something to, like, his lungs and his mouth, and he has, like, he talked like this because of that. Because he still had that raspiness, but he didn't have the evilness or the bad guy-ness, you know, ness in it. So I actually could stand it a little more this episode, and then I was like, oh man, he's just, and then he's dead. He's gone. She killed him. Fuck.
Yeah.
I was really sad about that.
My whole thing was like, well, give her the cure. You won't have her in the future, and it'll solve it all out. But then they referenced it here after I said it the one time. They're like, well, she needs to be able to give consent. Well, she can't. She's in a coma. And then the other thing is like she's too unstable or something like that. We don't know what to do to her.
I personally feel like the you have to give consent thing is just like a plot hole cover to put over. Well, why don't you just
give it to everybody?
Give her the cure while she's in the coma? You know, it just feels like kind of like a band-aid to like you don't see this plot hole. You know,
I don't know because it's I don't know. It's kind of tricky because we talked about it lots of times about like what is it with weapons or is it considered something else? Do you cut off someone's hand? Is it taking their gun? Like to what extent is it? But like she's in a coma, she can't say anything. But she also can't say anything. Like what you're doing with like giving her, letting her be on life support or whatever to keep her alive or giving her any medication or anything like that. Like you're still doing that without her consent. Of just keeping her alive. Maybe she doesn't want to stay alive, Like
besides, her next of kin that makes her medical decisions wanted her to take it, right? So
he said he was going to give it to him and to her.
That would be consent.
So I mean, in theory, they should have that consent there. But also, like you have this person, she's going to turn into this evil villain who's killing people.
Yeah.
Now what? So Grace kills off what's his name? Orlin. They kill off him, and now Grace isn't going to have anybody to grow up with. Which no wonder she's gonna be pissed off growing up anyway. But
I mean, she doesn't know who killed him, right?
Say they do give her the cure, and she doesn't have powers. Does that mean that she won't have powers in the future, so she can't come back to kill Orlin? So then Grace gets Orlin.
There's been so many of these kind of things where we've like, okay, well, the show's presented it like this, but then Flash presented it like this, and then Legends presented it like this, and then sometimes they both do the same thing, and I don't know. I it's whatever they want it to happen. Really.
But you know what I mean, though?
No, I know what you mean.
I don't know. I was just thinking about, damn, you just took away the only family that this little Grace, your younger self, is gonna have.
Yeah.
You did it to yourself. Like, you're the monster that you're calling that one girl to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and she kills herself for being the killer of her uncle. How about that?
I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
No, I get you. I don't know where they're going to go with this or how it... I'm assuming it all ultimately wraps up with Reverse Flash, so...
Yeah.
I'm really interested. Unfortunately, we got to wait like 4 weeks to see more. However, go ahead.
I would say this cicada, I mean, seems more threatening, but I did really like how the last one had a like they said about it had a solid line. Like they killed metahumans, they didn't just kill all the humans or anything. And they like if it came to Grace, like that's where he had this hard line of like this is why I'm doing it. Whereas she's like she'll just kill anybody to complete her mission and stuff, and it's much more drastic. But it's also much more like threatening.
It is. And the fact that it's a wound to the head it makes her more powerful, but also probably more psychotic, more unhinged, not thinking things through.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, when Orlin died, like him saying, help her, whatever he said there, that was hard to hear, and I got emotional. But honestly, for me, the best performance / most gut-wrenching sound this episode was Nora when he left her in that cage. Like, I felt so bad for her. I think it's the right thing for Flash to have done, but when she just like kind of had that like wounded animal squeal, it was like it's a child realizing they had done something wrong sound, and like she's losing her parents and everything that she loves now is gonna be gone. Just that so many emotions came up because like, hey, yeah, you're working with my arch enemy who killed my mother, who's done all these terrible things, You should have told me. The betrayal, I think, makes sense for what he did there. But I felt so bad for her when he left her.
Dude, I thought he was going to turn around and like have a tear or anything, but he didn't have anything. He just turned around and said, I am too.
Yeah, I know. But at first, whenever he was looking at her before he sped off, I'm like, he's going to punch her. That's what I was thinking in my head.
Start fighting?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, some other things in the episode. I mean, we had the whole storyline with the mom who wouldn't tell. I mean, and it was just a vehicle to talk about secrets and what they do to people you love.
It was the
stuff.
theme of the episode because they had it with Nora and Barry and her and him and Ralph and Cisco. And
The worst thing of the episode was these time-traveling speedsters not understanding what they were looking at when they were putting a mark on this one and it was appearing here.
Whoa, 2 of them with
They're
a
like,
mark on it.
I don't understand. How's that even possible? You know, I'm just looking like you idiots. You guys should be experts on time travel.
I mean, finding one out in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
I'd probably be like, versus like, man, someone built this in the middle of the woods? Like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
My first thought would be like, someone used a time traveling device to come and land in the middle of the woods.
I know. And I'm just trying to say, like, you know, okay, I'm suspecting that Grace is from the future. They don't know who this cicada is.
True.
They have no reason to think that there's any.
We knew that it was Grace.
They don't have any reason to think there's any future stuff happening. I get that. So when they get there, they're like, wait, did someone build another one? I'm like, okay, I guess I can grant that. But whenever they're doing the mark tests, and it's happening here and there, and, you know, they're like, that's impossible. Like, the first thing it goes, I'm like, oh, okay, it's the same one. Damn. I was an idiot. We're not getting it by now.
Yeah.
They were so slow in a show called The Flash to get that. It really bugged me.
Speaking of so slow,
yeah,
there was the dagger being thrown.
Yeah.
And then, like, I like that everyone, I mean, number one, I agree. I don't know why this dagger goes so fast.
Yeah, it's never gone that fast, right?
It goes so fast. Like, really fast.
Yeah.
Like, didn't... I mean, maybe he can just change the speed. But remember whenever he had it up on that building?
He threw it in a
like,
circle.
He saw her coming and he threw it this way. And then, like, she was like, shh. And then it stopped here. And it was like...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't going... Like, they could see it. They could manipulate him to get it to go back the other way.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
It's a little inconsistent, I
But
think.
I like that, like, it's coming through the window and then everyone's, like, stopped.
Yeah.
And they both take off. But then I feel like it caught up to
her.
Nora
Yeah.
and stopped her power, so then she stopped. But then Flash was out running it, and then he put on his outfit and then saved him. That was really cool. I like that.
I did like that. Though, yes, why? How can it go that fast?
It's got to just be because of the power up from Grace, I guess. You know?
so.
She also seems to have some tech maybe from the future that's a little different, like that little gauntlet thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if like her like beams that she picks you up with is like tech based or if it's all her power.
That seems power based. It's telekinetic.
I mean, I've been trying to assume that anytime anything is that yellow color, it's her power.
Yeah, I agree. Because it was the same power that Orlin had, or color. Orlin had a lot of his stuff, like the shield and stuff.
You know, like whenever the Flash runs or throws lightning, it's always yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever that lady blows stuff up, it's always red.
Sure.
So the conversation about her being killed by Meta, or her parents anyway, because I remember the cop bringing to Orlin and being like, you know, here's what happened. So they had an ID and everything, but it was just an accident. So she never knew she had powers, probably. Went over to try to use that ATM, and something happened. She got scared, left.
She's kind of like Gambit, where she puts kinetic energy in and it blows up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and Grace saw it, unfortunately, happen.
Man, she went that long not knowing about it happening. She didn't hear like on the news or something or anything. She just...
It's crazy.
At least no one got hurt. And then Grace coming after her, trying to kill her. Murder! I still don't think she knows.
Yeah.
Does she know?
I don't know.
That guy killed 2 people?
Yeah. What was Operation Shazam? Just the trying out the thing?
Drawing the thing.
Just drawing like a lightning bolt?
Yeah.
Was that like to reference Shazam who throws lightning?
Maybe because they're DC and it's coming out here like next week.
Okay. It was just like a little Easter egg?
Maybe.
Versus like an actual reference to something? Okay. So Grace can bind dark matter.
Mm-hmm.
So she, okay. I was just trying to understand like what exactly they were saying when she can like she has like some kind of like telepathic connection to the things that she interacts with it too.
That's why her and Nora have some kind of connection too, because of her being in her mind.
Yeah. Okay. When they kept saying that, it's like, well, okay, yeah, their minds were connected too at one point, and then I was like, wait, what if it's something else? But I don't think it is at this point. Though she did say Nora, Cicada too said Nora. Cicada, yes. Yeah, everything else is more about like secrets and what they do. The accountant and the bull rider thing was so funny.
Dude, I wrote that down.
That was so good.
Freelance bull rider. I'm not exactly sure what that entails, but the fact that he was riding bulls and got killed by a filing cabinet as an accountant.
It's really funny.
Rather than a bull. What is a heavy filing cabinet?
So I mean, we didn't really get too much into it, and we can kind of guess this stuff. But Reverse Flash, that recording, he's like found the source code of of time, or the Speed Force. I guess you just say both, could be both, but he found the source code. Now he knows the code. He can hack it pretty much, and that's how he can change things.
I think it's similar to like,
because it was unchangeable, and now he's able to change it.
I think it's the idea of like understanding human DNA, and being able to manipulate that,
like gene splicing and editing with CRISPR. Yeah,
more so than like he can kind of alter it a bit. I think it's more that than like going in and like changing the whole code of like a computer program.
Sure,
because like that one you could rewrite entirely. So I think it's like I can go in and manipulate it more so than what.
But it's like whenever modders like are going for a video game, they can, if they get the source code, they can really go in there and do all that stuff. Whereas if not, they have to have like tools or something, like like Skyrim. They can have like Bethesda like release tools where you can mod things, or you can have like the actual source code and do crazy shit. So I guess it's kind of like that. The only other thing I had was, it looked like readable messages with Nora's messages. Like I kind of wanted to check them out. Do you remember where they were? They were like at 540 or something like that. Around here. And I wanted to see if we could maybe read a couple. Was there more earlier?
Why are there 3 screens?
Back to school. Dad and I had to save a school bus from kids from falling in the river today. Who knew learning would how to vibrate? Okay, so we've seen some of this. I had Chipotle for the first time today. Man, that's some good shrap. I wish it was still around in 2049. Curse you, 2023 chicken plague. What?
The chicken plague, huh?
Fast food here is so different. It's fascinating to me that Subway sells sandwiches here. After they embraced the whole yoga mat chemical thing and became a yoga empire, the sandwich artists all lost their jobs. So Subway became a yoga empire. Gonna miss a lot of things when I go back to 2049. Obviously, Mom and Dad and Team Flash, but also the clunky old phones. They're still in the app phase here in 2019. Wish I could stay to see what it's like when Quicks are introduced.
Kicks, maybe?
Kicks?
Oh, QIX?
Yeah, okay. I'm going to miss all the old cars too, especially the Teslas and the old TV shows, which is funny. They all think Game of Thrones ends in 2019. What else? Cheap Jitters Coffee, OG Star Labs, Cisco's PlayStation 4. He's going to have a blast with immersive gaming. And I think I'll miss board game nights the most, playing old school board games with Mom and Dad. Board games don't really exist in 24 on Allport, Rick. Playing games with Mom and Dad exists.
Doesn't exist then either.
Okay. All right.
September 2nd, 2018. I wonder if these are like air dates too.
Yeah. June 5th. I've been reading and rereading your earlier entries. It sometimes feels like you're right here with me, guiding me. Today, we stopped a criminal from robbing a convenience store. It was barely a blip, but some guy who decided to steal some candy bars and $100. But I remembered what you said about appearances being deceiving. So then, when I ran in, I looked around first, and I realized it wasn't just this one guy. There was a little girl hiding behind an aisle. I made sure she was safe before doing anything. I still caught the guy. I haven't told my parents about any of this. It feels like they have enough on their plates right now, so I'm trying to give them some space, but I wanted to tell you because it felt good saving the girl, doing something right. She told me she snuck out of the house to get some candy, didn't tell her mom, but she needed to do something totally on her own. In that moment, I felt like I knew her, like I was her. Man, why would she tell Reverse Flash about that unless they have like some kind of relationship like that, you know? So I met Spencer Young. She's this totally swayed journalist in 2019. I mean, Mom wouldn't call her journalist, but whatever. She's jealous. I've been following Spencer's blog, The Spin Zone, for a while, and I've become a huge fan. So I got to go on a mission today to investigate her, and of course I said yes. Okay, yeah, I guess Spencer could be one of the bad guys, but still, she's super smart, confident, talented, pretty, and oh, shrap, am I crushing on her? Yep, totally am. Which is why I hope she's not bad, because maybe I'll get to hang out with her sometime. She could write about XS's exploits, like how Mom used to write about Dad when he was the streak. But she's like almost 60 in my time. Huh? Time travel is weird. So she definitely confirmed.
That's interesting.
Huh?
anymore.
I felt like there was some earlier that were a little more readable.
I think there was before he walked over.
Before he walked over, yeah.
There.
Okay, so there's a lot of them.
This is harder than I ever thought possible. All the things I'm learning, every conversation I've had with Team Flash, everything I'm seeing of my mom and dad, they're the perfect couple. I catch them sometimes just looking at one another across the room. Dad smiles and mom can't help but smile back.
Aww.
Their love is just so... I hate the idea that someday I'll have to leave, go back to our time. But once Cicada has been caught, there won't be a reason for me to be here. I don't know what things will be like when I come home, but I know I'll be a better speedster because of my experience here, as well as because of all your encouragement.
All of his encouragement.
I know the road hasn't always been smooth, but I'm grateful to have you as my partner. Thank you. As promised, I haven't told my parents anything about you. Sometimes I wonder if I can keep this up. The white lies, the half-truths. But then I hear your words echoing in my head. Tread lightly, think of the ramifications, and I stay the course. I'm focusing on your other lessons, how to control my speed, how to channel my emotions, and I've become more aware of the emotions of everyone around me. My father is teaching me many of the same things as you. In fact, how to stay in the moment, look around, and take my time with my choices. It's funny, when I first came to this time, I thought it was to run faster. Now I find myself constantly slowing down.
Interesting. We couldn't really read that other one.
It said something like, I've mastered the art of slowing down, was the first part of it. Mastered the art of stopping. This may not seem like a super big deal, but when you're running at Mach 2, stopping is seriously hard. Dad taught me a pretty shui trick. Turn your heel into the stop, not away. It's kind of like
that little skid he
skidding on
does.
ice, and you turn your car into it.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, that really, it really fleshes out, like, what that relationship is. I mean, is it straight up manipulation? You know?
Yeah.
But she seems to, like, care what he would think. She's, like, in one of those, she sounded like she wanted him to be proud.
Oh, man, there's one right before that.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to get it, man. Holy shit, you got it.
Holy crap, I just witnessed the most super freaking shui thing ever. Mom literally dove off the building to save Dad. I cannot handle my life right now. I need to write this down so I can remember it forever. So, okay, Ragdoll had Dad tied to a chair on the roof of this building. When Mom and Ralph got there, Ragdoll pushed Dad off and Mom just jumped off the roof. I mean, West Island is legendary.
Yeah.
I never knew Mom was like this. I never knew she had this totally shui life. All this time, I always thought Dad, the Flash, was a hero. My hero. But coming back, I've realized that Mom's a hero too. And now I'm sorry I never gave her a chance, but I'm going to now.
Yeah, okay.
I'm so glad I found that one.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd be able to get it. All right, well, that was worth it to me, checking those out, because... Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that, like, she needs to share this with Reverse Flash of all people.
Yeah.
It's
well,
interesting.
It could be a mix of, like, that, but also just writing it down for her own thing. It's like her diary, you know? It's not just notes that she's sending to him, it's also things that she's keeping track of for herself. Could be a mix of the two.
Yeah. I mean, she's definitely speaking to him, though, right?
I mean, in several of them she is, but, like, that last one about her mom didn't feel like she was necessarily talking to him. It's more like she's writing it down for herself.
Yeah.
So I think it's a mix of, like, a diary, but he also can get it to know what's going on.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm really curious to find out more about that, but 1 month. So let's find out what people were thinking about this one in our Q&As for The Flash. We're going to go on Twitter, type in hashtag Flash Q&A, see what you guys were saying. Oh, they also have a badass warehouse full of a bunch of shit. I don't know why they don't keep that at Star Labs. Security there is great. It's great. Could be great. Oh, and I like the Thawne's chair scene, too. That was cool. And it's the second Peter Parker reference they've had this week on the Arrowverse.
Xavier says, why didn't Grace just go back before her parents died? I thought about that, too, in the middle of it. I was like, well, couldn't she just keep going back? But I don't know why. And she just go back and be like, no! And then she blows up.
Maybe there's something to do with the time sphere. It can only go back at certain points, like a save state or something.
Maybe.
Yeah. Solved it.
Matthew says, we get the reveal finally and they go on a couple weeks break. Why?
I mean, to be fair, while it felt like really significant, and it was because of the Barry's reaction, like, we didn't get revealed much. Just like a badass, because we revealed how badass Sherlock is. He just was able to crack the codes. I loved it.
Derek says, do you think that Sherlock crossed the line by just ratting out Nora and her secret without giving her a chance to explain? And was it a little harsh for Barry to just lock Nora up, even though he would understand what it's like to be manipulated by Thawne?
I would say, I mean, she wanted to say something, but she wasn't. She wasn't like, Sherlock, please, I'll tell them. She's like, no, don't tell them, you know? I think part of the you know, what Barry needed to know is that not only is she doing these things, but she's lying to you, betraying you by not saying anything. I think Sherlock was in the right. She had plenty of chances to say it, especially after he showed her his family.
Yeah, well, the other thing, too, about it was, you know, being manipulated by Thawne, like, there's also the matter of, like, her learning, not even learning, she had to have known who Thawne was. When Barry was manipulated by Thawne, most of it was he didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
He thought he was Harrison Wells, someone entirely different. Found out he was someone else entirely different.
Yeah.
And then from then on,
she should know better.
He never looks at him the same way.
Yeah.
You would figure that she would already know that. But.
Yep. She should know better.
Nicole says, I love Flash's suit coming out of the ring. I wonder if Cisco is going to go back to wanting to take the cure and leave the team. That would be awful. I watched all your old reactions. Love how you guys keep it so positive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I guess I didn't really think about that in terms of the Cisco stuff. I was kind of confused, like, Ralph's right. I mean, so what? You're comfortable just lying to her, you know? But I guess that could be if there is going to be an exit with Cisco, that could be a avenue in which it goes down.
Yeah, takes the cure and then he's like, I'm going to leave the team.
Man, Caitlin was gone. Like, the entire episode until the end. Wasn't she?
Which reminds me, one thing I wanted to say, too, that I liked was they did something to the portal, and they made it not easy for people to just show up and be like, just show up and save them.
I know.
You know, they did something. So I like having some reason why more people can't help or whatever.
Versus just sheer not doing it.
Yeah. Even though not explaining, like, why was she able to manipulate that? It just, she did. And I can be like, okay, she did something to it.
That's like a more forgiving plot hole cover. You know what I was talking about.
Weird Mageddon says, and Nora's grounded for life. Man, that was a good show. What would you do in Barry's shoes? Finding out your kid from the future is working with your number one enemy this whole time?
I would do the exact same thing Barry did. I wouldn't just leave though. I'd start asking questions right then.
Nah, you might need to cool off so you don't start just... You might have to be too upset. It might be a good idea to walk away.
I'd have Iris there.
And come back. That would help?
Probably.
Why?
Because she might...
dress?
Huh?
What?
Yeah, I would feel more comforted. I'd have more people there so that if I did, you know, was hot-headed, someone could call me out on it.
Okay. What if she's hot-headed too?
More people. Keep bringing more people in.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Killer Frost come in.
Minds, everyone's just yelling at her instead.
Yeah. Well, we'll be fine. She's in the cell.
Quantum said, what do you think were Thawne's intentions with trying to stop Cicada for good? To save himself from Cicada in the future? Maybe stopping him would have a massive ripple effect that would benefit him in some way? It was great to see Thawne realize he was wrong, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's done something with being able to read the source code. He thinks he's going to fix it. Now it's too late, he says. Unless that itself is a manipulation. What is the countdown timer?
I mean, him learning the idea of the code thing could be that he thinks he understands it, and then here he doesn't, right?
Sure. Yeah, of course.
Okay. Like, they're not modding anything. He thinks he can mod it.
He thinks he can. I'm not...
He
Yeah,
just
I know.
broke the game.
Well, I mean, I believe so. That's what we've been presented with. I think there's a possibility in here that he's further gaming, or he's further manipulating Nora somehow. But we don't know what the 12-minute deadline is. I feel like if you know that, you can be able to guess a lot more of his stuff, which Nora should know. So I don't know what it is.
Okay. Jeffrey says, the person keeping their powers hidden from their family is none of Barry's business. Why does Barry think he has any right to give an opinion on the subject?
Well, I mean, we're going into like Flash Season 1 territory or stuff, right? Like they kept everything from Iris because they wanted to protect her, and then he almost lost her because of it. You know, generally, the truth will out, and you don't want people hurt because of those secrets, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's his business either. But I understand why he feels that way and why he would say something.
El Cunido says, do you think Barry will travel to the future and confront Thawne? Also, do you think Barry was going to smack Nora at the end like I did?
I thought he was going to like attack her, but would he even know where to go? Like what time to go to or what prison he's at? Like he doesn't know anything, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know if he knows
Unless
anything.
he can just ask
He
Nora.
doesn't know what year. He'd have to get the information.
In which case he only has 12 minutes left.
Yeah, I guess. Well, that's not how it works. That's not how the Time Force.
I don't think he's going to go up like before when Nora is around, you know. So he'd have to go like after Nora last was there, maybe.
He can go before.
No, he could, but it's just one of those things. Like when Nora leaves, does she come back like a second after she just left?
So here's the thing:
is there like 2 hours of Nora being there, but it's only a couple minutes each time?
If you go to the future, so this is the weird thing here. You go to the future. But it's in the past of Nora, and then you do something, and then it changes what Harrison or Thawne does, and then it changes what the past does.
And then that's what he figured out.
I don't know. You know what I mean?
Maybe he figured that out. He just waited for the Flash to show up.
Charles wants to know, he says, I guess Grace will finish out the season as a villain. How do you feel about that? Do you prefer her over Orlin?
Well, I mean... again, like I kind of went hard with Orlin sometimes, and I was just like, it's a little too over the top for me. But I mean, once something actually happened where he didn't just say something threatening and then fly away at the end of the episode, and this time he actually, we actually got to hear him like, think out a process and want to help and save somebody, and then he dies, and then she gets angry and flies away.
Yeah, I liked him better because of like the confliction in him and stuff too. Because I feel like as a villain you want more layers to them than just being bad.
Yeah.
But I think that the new one is much more intimidating because of all these powers and crazy things, and she's willing to kill whoever.
Yeah.
But I feel like she's just bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not like, oh, what's the good side of her? It's like, there's not. She's a bad, evil person. Kill her.
I agree.
Well, we need consent to kill her. Speaking of consent, Sky says, what do you think of their insistence on getting consent for the cure, especially when dealing with a homicidal maniac? Do you think someone should try talking sense into coma Grace in an attempt at reaching adult Grace?
I don't think there's any kind of like message or agenda they're trying to spread here. I think it's a pure plot hole cover. It's like, why don't they do this? I don't know. We'll talk about how like they don't do that. It's how it's felt like to me. I don't know if there's anything deeper than like we're just trying to cover our asses, guys. That's what I think.
It's interesting. There's been a few people being like, "Fuck Sherlock for telling on that," and then you have other who have been like, "Hell yeah, Sherlock exposed her finally."
Yeah. I'm glad he did. I mean,
it's just it's sure. Back and forth. It's not just been one-sided.
That's good. I mean, maybe that can be her pull too. But like, I'm kind of on both minds. I'm like, yeah, like. It seemed like there was a couple of times in this episode she was going to say something, but she didn't, and she hasn't for a very long time. And, Sherlock as an investigator, there was a mystery there. He knows that she's lying to them, and he knows how much it's going to hurt Barry. I mean, he thinks Barry deserves to hear it, so.
Dobby says, Nora's a speedster who manipulated everyone. She could run away or mess with time. Putting her in the pipeline until they figure things out is the right choice. Yeah. Do you think Reverse Flash and Flash will be working together to fight Cicada?
Yeah, what if she just, like, reversed time and stopped Sherlock from outing her?
Yeah, I suppose she could do that.
She could have. We don't know. If she's capable of working...
now she saw the response from everybody, she just doesn't tell anyone anymore. Yeah, but she should have to go back further to prevent Sherlock from telling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not even telling, learning.
She'd have to silence him somehow. Because you can only go back so far, right?
I mean, she goes back... She went back, like... 20 years.
Yeah, I know. I just mean like in her reversing power thing that she does.
Imperial Rebel says, future Grace kills Orlin and Barry locks up Nora. I bet even Snart would say that's some cold shit.
He would. That is cold.
Dobby says, Spider-Man getting a lot of love this week in CW. With the mention of Grace's psychic abilities, I'm still going to assume Aaron was right. His acting seemed better this week. Did you like how he died, or would you have liked to seen him interact with Cicada more?
I stand by that. It's not that his acting was better, it's that he wasn't talking to someone he hated.
Or maybe if there is a psychic link, because of the cure, it was kind of cut and he was acting more like his original self.
Maybe. I mean, his voice has changed since the accident, because we had that one episode where we saw him just as a regular dude, you know? So now he has to talk like this no matter what he's addressing or he's feeling. But when he sees the Flash, he's really mad.
Yeah, but he saw the Flash and said, "Save my Gracie."
Yeah, I know. And that was okay. But he wasn't talking to the Flash in a way... there was no malice in his voice. There was just gruff, you know? So, I don't know. I mean, I think that if that was the prevailing theory, it wouldn't come to this.
Well, Harwin says, this episode had some of my favorite character moments. Orland's acting was amazing this episode. Sherlock's big speech was the highlight of the season for me. Mm-hmm. His quest was my favorite storyline this season so far.
And, I mean, as much as I say she deserves it, that squeal from Nora at the end was heartbreaking.
Prince of the World Over Salmon says, what do you think is the percentage of metahumans that have chosen to hide their powers rather than use them for crime or to become a hero?
Probably like, I don't know, like 35% or 40 or 75. I don't know.
I'm not really sure. I don't know. At least 25%.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good.
Lover Sashimi says, do you have a secret that you still have never told your significant other, your family, or your friends about? And since on the subject of keeping a secret, if you had powers, would you keep them a secret from your friends and family? Probably, but I don't know what it would be. I probably have a secret and I forgot it myself.
I don't think I have a secret I've never told anybody. No. I'm not high. Yeah, I'm hungry. Sorry.
Is that you or me?
It's me.
You're loud.
It's loud and often.
I can't think of anything right offhand. So no.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Okay. You know, and I wouldn't tell you if I did.
Chicken Noodle Soup says, what was it like for your significant other meeting the other Blind Wave members, the Blind Wave crew, for the first time?
I think I met Melanie at one of your Halloween parties.
Was she dressed like Peach?
Yep. Very like.
She looked good in outfit.
Like a busty one.
Yeah.
Like a busty peach.
Busty Peach.
I remember like, all right, well, that's Aaron's girl.
I love that outfit.
All right.
I had a picture of her. She had this cup. She's like looking back.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, Jancy has seen you guys on videos before, so she already kind of like knew from there.
Yeah, that's weird.
So it's a little weird. Yeah.
Melanie knew Rick from like high school.
Yeah.
Like I think she had like class with him. Jesus. All right.
I don't know why my stomach's doing that. I guess why I didn't eat breakfast or lunch, or did I have dinner last night? Surely I did.
All right, guys. I guess that's it.
That it?
Last thing Jacob says, after this amazing, super emotional episode, they expect us to wait weeks for the next one.
Yep, they do. Weeks.
Apparently they...
Weeks.
CW has this weird schedule thing they do. But we'll have more stuff next week with CW, and then Legends is coming back soon, too.
Yeah, next week we'll have Arrow. And that's in Supergirl? Yeah, okay. And then Legends April 1st. Okay. Poll this week, I'm going to say, did you agree that Sherlock saying that when he did was the right thing? Because that seems to be the thing people were talking about.
There was some back and forth on the things being like, why the hell did he not shut up and let Nora tell him? And this people being like, hell yeah, Sherlock, good job.
Was he right in saying it when he said it?
Should he have said it, or should he have let Nora say it?
Yeah. I say he should have said it.
I kind of wish he wouldn't have. I wish he would have been. I like when he's like, she wants to tell you a secret that she's been keeping, and then like that lets Nora say something.
Yeah.
I wanted that. I wanted Nora to say it. 'Cause now Nora still hasn't said anything except for I'm sorry I lied to you, Dad. Me too.
Me too. Oh, that's bad. Okay, let's poll. Hey everybody, thank you for checking out this video. If you want to see more Flash episodes, well, you gotta wait a whole month. But if you want everything to go right in your life, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe buttons always do right. This is only happening because you haven't subscribed button. No, hit it quick!